Well, welcome back to Country Living with the Wades. I'm Philip, and I really like apples, but we don't have any apples growing here. So the best apple that I like is a GALA apple, and I was very pleased to find out that it's self-pollinating. So all I have to have is just one. So I ordered one, and it came from Perfect Plants, and it's just arrived. So I have the instructions here about the planting tips and so forth and how to take it out of the box. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the box now. I've opened the top here. Let me see. Reach down. Maybe I can reach down and pull it by the base, pull it up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here it comes. So, oh, it looks nice, huh? Look at all the leaves on it and everything. I don't know what this part's for here, just for, I guess, afterwards, for sticking it in the ground, give it some kind of support. It's a pretty solid stem, and it's GALA apple, so this is exactly what I ordered. Now the first thing I'm supposed to do, let me get this out of my pocket. It has this plastic bag around the bottom, and the instructions say the first thing I need to do is cut this zip tie off. See if I can get that zip tie cut off here without hurting the plant. Oh, no problem at all. There it is. So it's in a I guess it was just dug up and put in this container, then put in a bag and shipped to me. It came UPS, and so the shipping showed it shipped on Thursday, and it arrived today, Monday. Super. Next thing I need to do is plant it. I want to try and plant it in line with these other trees. I don't know that you can see these from the video, but let me step this off. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30 feet. The instructions said make the hole twice the diameter of the pot. Well, that pot's small. It's, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 inches. Boy, this ground is hard. It says make the diameter of the hole twice the diameter of the pot that it's in, the container. Wow, hard stuff. Well, that's twice the size of the container. I'm gonna go out just a little bit more. Because I want to go back in with some good soil that's mixed in this dirt plus with some peat moss and a little bit of black cow fertilizer mixed together, mixed in with some of this dirt that I'm taking out. Wow. I'm gonna dig it a little bit deeper too and fill back in with some of that good dirt. Tell you, that's some hard stuff underneath there. Where this property is, this used to be farm fields 25 years ago. And I assure you, they never plowed this deep because this is too hard. It's also dry. The recent rains that we've had after 4 weeks of very dry weather, they soaked in a good 5 or 6 inches the last couple of days with rain, but they didn't get this deep. But that's deeper than what the pot says I need to be. It says do not plant it any deeper than what it is. Yes, I'm a good 4 inches below that. I don't know what's the best way to do this. Maybe I'll mix some of this back in. Now this container, I've already put peat moss and crumbled up some black cow manure fertilizer to put in there with it to enrich it a little bit. Mix some dirt in with it. The peat moss should help keep the dirt from getting hard again, and also help it to retain moisture. And of course the black cow fertilizer, black cow manure in there is a fertilizer. Mix it around a little bit here. Careful not to breathe in the powder from the peat moss. I think it's probably just about as bad for you as cement powder. Well, it looks pretty good. Got some of this in there. Maybe a little more. Yeah. Put some of this dirt in there. Still a little bit deep. All right, I think my depth is right. Now that I've got the hole to the size I want and it's at the proper depth, I'm supposed to take it out of the thing here. Oh, look at all the stuff fall off of it. And unwrap it there. And it says I'm supposed to scuff the sides up, loosen the roots up all the way around. And it said you can use whatever, it doesn't matter. And it said if you cut some of the little small roots, it really doesn't matter either. Let's see if I can get it to start to stand up by itself. It's kind of flimsy now. The other thing I'm supposed to do is supposed to water it as I go. So I made a hole on this side because any air gaps in there or dry places can cause it to die. So we'll soak some of this in. Have I ever told you how much I hate gnats? One thing about being here in Lower Alabama is we do have gnats. And because it's a high humidity area, we have mosquitoes. We have shirts sticking to you in the summertime when it's hot. I've worked in El Paso, Texas, in that area for quite a while. And with a lower humidity, you don't have to worry about mosquitoes. You don't have to worry about gnats. It's just hot. Where here it's hot and humid. Well, the job is not done until the mess is cleaned up and everything else is finished. Don't want to run over it with a mower. Somebody here excited trying to cut grass real fast. So I'm going to put some stakes and marker around it to protect it from people. This ought to help pretty good. Well, that should be a good enough warning. Also, something else that's really good about the GALA apple is you don't have to pick all the fruit at one time. They produce over a couple of months period of time, continually producing. So all the apples don't come off at one time. So you get apples, fresh apples off the tree for a couple of months, maybe even as much as 3 months, depending on the location and the season. I don't know if you can see the trees behind me very well, especially with all the green in the background, but we have the GALA apple here that we've just planted. We have an Anna apple, And then we have 3 pecan trees in a row before you get to the fence. Like I said earlier, we don't have any apples here, and that's because of the Anna apple. I planted that one, I think, 2 years ago. And when I bought it from a nursery over in Georgia, and the lady says, oh yes, these are self-pollinators. Well, I found out well after the fact that you have to have a Granny Smith or something like that to pollinate it, but then you have to have something else to pollinate the Granny Smith. So what you end up with is about 3 different apple trees just trying to make sure that this one produces. Now, I love GALA apples. That's my favorite apple. And when I found out that it was a self-pollinator, I said yes. So, because I don't want to have a whole orchard just to have some apples for us and maybe some more to give away to people. So, if this one does real well, hopefully next year it'll have some blossoms on it. Maybe the year after that it'll start to have its first apples. I'll get rid of this Anna apple up here and I'll replace it with another GALA or maybe even a Fuji apple. A Fuji apple to me is almost as good as the GALA, and it's also a self-pollinator. So if you like our videos, please hit the subscribe button. Hey, and check out the next video. I think you'll really like it.